Okay, today we're doing wiring. We're going to do a couple of cool things. We're going to be hooking up some switches. Now there's a lot of videos out there on how to wire and all kinds of cool ways to wire. A lot of really interesting things that you can do. I'm going to keep this one simple. We're going to be using off-the-shelf components, and we're going to be doing it in a way that anybody can go down to the store, get the pieces, assemble them, and it works right the first time. And still have a lot of fun in the process. Without any further ado, whatever that means, I think it's time to get started. Let's look at maybe adding another power drop. Yeah. I've run into a couple of problems. No matter how well you plan some of this stuff out, there are things that you miss. For instance, let me think. Right about here. Yeah, right here. I did a power drop. And I used the couplers. One of these guys to do the power drop. Remember when I said that if I don't have the power is only conducted in the direction that the switch is going? I've run into some situations where I can't run a train here because I don't have the switches done right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another power drop right here. And I've already nailed that down. I'll just pull that up. I'll put my power drop in, drill me a hole underneath it, take it through the table, and I'll make sure everything's nice and fun. So let me look around here, and yeah. I haven't nailed any of this down yet. That's because there's going to be a foam riser underneath it. So I can just disconnect this now. And I've kind of pulled some of the nails up a little bit here. So we can go ahead and pull this piece out now. Well, almost. Ha! I got him. Pull the nail up. Despite what you think, you don't need to nail down every spot where you have a hole. Generally speaking, one nail per piece is sufficient to hold this easily in place. So we got that out. I'm going to pull this coupler piece off. Come on. Here we go. I'll pull this one off. There we go. Okay. I need to drill. Ta-da! I don't need this directly underneath here. I can easily move it off to the side. And that's what I'm going to do. I have my pilot hole. Got my hole drilled. I got my chip removal. Oh yeah. A little bit later on, I'll call Linus and I'll get my sweeper. Alright. I didn't actually need a hole that big. It's nice to know that I can fit this through there, but I could have just run up from the bottom since I already know where it's going to go. as long as you're there. But now I got a problem. Here's my problem. If I wire, because this isn't a piece of track that it's hooked to, if I wire it up incorrectly, I'll make a short. We'll show that in the drawing here in a minute. Here we are back at the whiteboard. And as I explained earlier, I have my track. That's just the outside loop. I already hooked up here and here. We're going to go, do a little jump and go like that. And like that. I don't remember what color the wires are. So I take a meter and I check on the outside. I check from this wire. And I check to figure out which one's the outside. So I hook up the same color wire to both of those. And then I'll hook up here, both of those. And then this goes to my power supply. So now I got power here and power here. Easiest way to do that, here's the plug. If I don't drop it again, here's my plug that goes here. I'm going to pick the white wire. The white wire. I have my ohm meter. Ohm measures resistance. In this case, I have it set up where it's going to beep as soon as I touch the same track that this one is hooked to. So here I am on the inside track, nothing. Here I am on the outside track, I got something. So the white wire goes to the outside track. I carry that around, it's the outside track on this side. I'm going to hook this up to the outside track. Just plug that right there in place. I'm going to hook this up. No shorts. I'll tuck the rest of this down here inside the hole. I'll take this piece of track and just slide it right over top of it. Then I'll just tack that back down there, and you won't even know that I had the second drop. Now that I have power to two sides of the track, or two locations in the track, I need to put the power in here. Well, take the power from here. No matter how you put it, I have one plug here for output, and I have two for the track. No matter how you split it, that's one plug too many. That's why I have this little guy. It's a three-way split. One plug in here. Two plugs in here. And if you look at the end of the plug closely, you'll see that one side is round and the other side is kind of squared off a little bit. So you can't put them in backwards. I have room for one more plug if I want it. So time to test it. I'm pretty sure I know what the result's going to be. Looks good so far. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Now that I got my controller and I got power to it, remember these little guys? For doing my switches, plugs right into the side here. Well, it's like it was made for it. Now when I turn power onto here, when I do that, it's a momentary pulse and it'll change one of the switches. Whatever one I plug in the back. And these plugs are set up the same way, where you can't really plug them in backwards. Now when you're younger, you dream of, oh, if I had this huge bank of switches and I could run everything. That's the beauty of becoming an adult. Well, one of them, you can make dreams like that actually come true. So I imagine all of these switches, they all plug in here. Because I'm only doing a switch at a time and it's just pulsing, I can have a lot of these switches and it really doesn't pull down the system. That's pretty cool. So I can set up my controller right around here and I can mount it permanently and I can have all these switches. It's labeled if it goes straight or if it turns. Then I just come up with a numbering system for my switches so that I know which switch goes to which switch. That sounds pretty cool. I have 12 switches for there. I have one for this and I have one for that. That's 14 total. That's a lot. This is going to be really cool. I have a nice little control station here. I'll have my little magnets here so that I can couple and uncouple. And with two of them here, I can build any train I want. I like the way this is going. Yeah. I have it wired up. Power's on. I have power to the track. I have all the switches hooked up to the switch bank. 14 of them. I run out of fingers. Oh yeah. At this point, for the first time, I get to test it out to see, does it do what I want? And I'm going to have to make some kind of key for this so I can look at it and figure out what does what. But for right now, let me think. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and it should go around the outside. This is a little faster than I normally like to run the trains. I enjoy watching them go around, the elegance of it. I got it right! First time! Till next time, you have a blessed day, have a blessed week, and goodbye from Dad's train room. Better stop it before... That was a close one. Goodbye.